Hello. Today we will sew Elsa's outfit from the cartoon Frozen 2. I have designed patterns for sizes from 2 to 10 years old. Each size has options for chest girth, because a child does not have to be standard. Lacing on the sides will help you achieve an ideal fit, and any girl will feel like a real snow queen. Link to the pattern in the description under the video. If you have any questions about sewing, ask them in the comments, I will be happy to answer. For sewing you need a cotton jersey with lycra. White stretch netting. Tulle with snowflakes. For the mantle you will need a light translucent fabric. Cut out 2 back details, 2 side parts, 2 front parts. Each sleeve is in 2 parts. There is a front mark on each part of the sleeve. On the top of the sleeve, the highest point mark. Cut out 2 parts of the collar and 4 cuff details and 1 more top detail. Transfer all marks to the fabric at once. Cut out a back detail for netting fabric. Cut the cut-off part, the 2 upper parts of the sleeve, and the collar from tulle with snowflakes. Join tulle and jersey details with a straight stitch with a sewing machine. Iron out all the details. The iron should not be too bitter so as not to spoil the tulle. Silk or synthetic should be fine. It is best to first dry on an unnecessary piece of tulle. Glue 1 part of the collar with hot glue cloth. Fold collar parts face to face, sew, make cuts, turn out and iron. Sew together the details of the sleeves. Make sure that the marks on the front of the sleeve are directed in the same direction. Make cuts, overlock the seam and iron. the side cut of the sleeves doesn't make seams. Glue 2 cuff parts with hot glue cloth. Sew all the details of the cuffs into a ring. Open the seams. Fold duplicated and non-duplicated parts face to face and stitch along the top edge. Cut corners, make cuts. Turn out and iron. Sew on cuffs. Check the waist marks on the back details. Overlock the side cuts and sew the back seam. Sew on insert. Overlock the seam. Top stitch and iron. Cut out 2 parts of the train. The width of each part is about 40 centimeters. The length of the train is 2 inches or 5 centimeters shorter than the length of the finished part of the back. Sew on the train slightly gathered into the pleats. Retreat from each side by the width of the seam allowance. Overlock the cut. Overlock the cuts of the upper part and sew to the back. Transfer the marks for the loops to the side parts. The most convenient way to do this is to make the disappearing marketed for fabrics. Fold the bias tape lengthwise and sew. Cut the required number of pieces of 6 centimeters each. Form loops. Sew on loops with a sewing machine. Then overcast the side cuts with an overlock. Check the mark with which you want to align the sleeve seam. Now you need to sew the side pieces to the back. The higher side of the side piece matches the detail of the back. Align the waist marks on the back with the middle of the lower loop on the side piece. the seams. Overcast the side cuts of the front parts with an overlock. And so on, aligning the waist marks with the middle of the lower loop. Stitch front seams. Make cuts and overcast. Check the marks of the highest point of the sleeve and the mark with which to align the sleeve seam. Combining all the marks to sew on the sleeves. I sewed on the sleeves with an overlock, but you can also sew them on with a sewing machine. Sew on the collar. Make cuts and overcast. Overcast the bottom with an overlock. Draw a line 2 inches or 5 centimeters from the hem. Unfold one edge of the bias tape and sew the tip to the hem. The unfolded edge of the bias tape must match the front edge of the product. the drawn line, bend the hem to the front side. Fold the upper tip of the bias tape. Do the same on the other side. Place a stitch exactly in the fold line of the bias tape. Turn the corners of the hem. Fold the bias tape to the wrong side and top stitch. Fold the hem to the wrong side, iron and top stitch. Now you need to sew several hooks at a distance of 1 centimeter from each other. So that the dress does not unfasten, the hooks must be alternated with eyelet. 1 hook, 1 eyelet and so on. On the opposite side, the hooks and eyelet are swapped. Insert a 1 centimeter wide satin ribbon into the loops. built parts. Duplicate one part with hot glue cloth. Fold the belt details face to face and stitch, leaving a hole for turning out about 2 inches and 5 centimeters. Cut corners, turn out and iron. Stitch off the belt. Sew Velcro 4 cm long to the belt. Before that, the belt needs to be tried on, so that it fits well to the waist. The belt can be decorated with a snowflake cut from taupe, or any other beautiful snowflake. It's time to dress up.